So it's day 38, and it hits me that after a week of wearing these clothes, that smell that's following me around might just be me. So I'm thinking what I might do is take a cue from Longfellow here. And so here's our new Longfellow inspired clothing. I think uh, I think we'll stick with this until it also starts to smell and we have to move on to something else. So, first thing on the list today is to talk to Ada, but since Ada seems to have clipped through the floor or something, let's use the magic summon button here.
Here you go, Ada. The final radar beacon. I'll need that head back when you're done.
Of course. Shouldn't take but a moment. There you go. Still in one piece. I'm not sure why you want the head back. All we needed was its
I'm
radar
kind of
beacon.
wondering that
Besides,
myself.
robo-brains are notorious for being, well, a real pain in the neck.
We don't have a choice. It claims we need it to access the Mechanist's facility.
How foolish of me. It makes perfect sense that the Mechanist would not only keep its location a closely guarded secret, but would secure it against intrusion as well. I'm terribly sorry. I hadn't considered that possibility at all. I'm afraid when it comes to assisting humans, I'm not doing very well lately.
So, Ada is a virtual intelligence on the verge of becoming an emergent intelligence. The question is, what obligations does a human have to nurture this change? And I would say none whatsoever. So for the moment, I
Did
don't
I
really have any
misinterpret?
patience for the existential crisis this toaster's going through.
I agree. We really don't have time for any more mistakes.
You're right. And I'm sorry. Ever since I let my friends die in that caravan, I feel like I've been failing in my duties. I chose the route we took the day we were attacked. Perhaps if I had selected an alternate route,
The likes and
they'd still be
dislikes
alive.
pouring in.
Sometimes I wish that Jackson had programmed me with my personality mode set permanently to disabled.
So unfortunately, there isn't a I agree option. So let's just go with
I don't really have time for this right now.
Yes. You're right, of course. I'm sorry. I won't bring it up again.
thank you.
Now I've distracted you for long enough. I'll finish up my calculations while you deal with our new friend, Jezebel. Hopefully, she'll be able to grant us access to the Mechanist's facility, and we can put an end to this nonsense once and for all.
There we go. One
Intis
Jezebel
phone
bot.
you've selected for me isn't quite what I had envisioned, but it will have to suffice.
You bet it will.
So sorry, Your Highness. The Royal Tailor has been quite ill, and I'm afraid the task fell to me instead.
If you're attempting to use sarcasm as an intimidation tactic,
I wouldn't
I'm
use the
afraid
word
you're wasting your
intimidation.
time. Look, it's obvious we don't care for each other's company, which suits me just fine. So, why don't you ask me everything you wanted to know, and then I'll be on my way.
Tell me everything you know about the Mechanist.
Now there's a fascinating subject. The Mechanist, amazingly adept at programming, a veritable genius with electronics. I'm not surprised you're interested. I've been dutifully carrying out the Mechanist's instructions to help the people of the Commonwealth for quite a long time.
I find that very hard to believe.
I can't imagine why. It's actually quite simple. The Mechanist instructed me to seek out and help the people of the Commonwealth. By my calculations, the easiest way to help a human is simply to destroy it. There's no point in prolonging a laughably fragile life.
So it seems
It's
like
the
there's a
most
bit of
efficient
crisis
way
of
to assist them.
quality control
Any
on
other
these
effort to
robots.
help tends to result in numerous complex side effects.
I don't think you understand the definition of help.
Help. To give or provide what is necessary to accomplish a task or to satisfy a need. I'm doing exactly as I was instructed. Assisting a human to the best of my abilities only affords a 25% survival rate. That means there's a 75% chance that despite my efforts, the human I'm assisting will die from something beyond my control. Therefore, it's better to hasten the human's death and put them out of their likely chance of misery than to deplete my limited time. It's actually quite elementary, but given your minimal intellect, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you don't understand.
So I think we've come across the root of the problem here.
Enough! Just tell me how to access the Mechanist's facility. right now.
There's no need to be rude. It's
It
rather
seems like
simple, really.
there
In
was.
order to gain entry to the Mechanist facility, you're going to need to outfit one of your robots with an MSAT modification. I'll upload the plans to your Pip-Boy device. There. I've fulfilled my portion of our agreement. Perhaps I'll remain here for a while and see how things resolve between yourself and the Mechanist. Purely for my own amusement, of course. I suspect you'll have quite a tale to tell once you return. But then again, I'd be surprised if you ever return at all.
Nice day today. Perfect for
So it would
travel.
appear that there's some level of emergent intelligence in Jezebel, but Jezebel's also a dick, so
I trust you've completed your business with Jezebel. I hope she wasn't too difficult.
That's an understatement. Rudest robot ever.
I did warn you, but you were successful in learning how to gain access to the Mechanist.
I'll need to modify a robot to gain access. Jezebel uploaded the plans for an MSAT to my Pip-Boy.
A custom modification that acts as a key to the Mechanist facility. Very smart. In fact, chances are high the MSAT may be required for multiple access points, like a robot identification card. As for my task, I was able to decrypt the signal with the final radar beacon. The source is coming from a Robco sales and service center, most likely a front for a larger operation. It's time to take the offensive. Have you formulated a plan?
This Mechanist is a real threat. I only see one of us walking away from this one.
I won't disagree, but it may be beneficial to discover motive and reasoning first. Now, if you're ready, I believe you have an MSAT to install. Would you allow me to assist you on this mission?
No, stay here.
I understand. I wouldn't want my own personal investment to cause any complications.
so seeking out reason and motive isn't my my typical MO when it comes to murderous bands of robots, although I suppose this isn't a common occurrence for me, but still, I'm less interested in finding out the why of it than the how do we stop it. In the meantime, though, what I'd like to do is finish MacCready's new mission. I mean, he's got a kid that needs a something or other to live, and I'd say that's a good enough reason to prioritize that. So we'll start off by heading to the med tech facility by the stop.
I'm feeling eyes on my back.
Ain't personal, just you or me.
You're messing with the bank.
Still something. You could have just run away.
Now was just starting to have fun.
So putting together this armor set so it matched up with vanilla proved every bit as difficult as usual. In this case, I actually had to mod the mod to get a legendary effect on this so that it would match up with the gear I'd picked up already in the game. I'd like to say that I've learned a whole bunch about how the mods work, but really the sum total of my knowledge is the ability to copy instructions that I see on Reddit. You know, I'd love to get into modding someday, but you know, I say that, but the only way that'll ever happen is if I actually take a crack at it. Kind of like these videos, I've always said, oh, I want to get into making YouTube videos. Well,
I hope
how do you do
Sinclair's
that?
information pays off.
You make YouTube
Let's head
videos.
inside and grab that kid. Let's get it on!
I look at my early videos in this series, and I've definitely learned a lot when it comes to putting these together. Still a long way to go, but definitely progress. You guys are late. Well, MacCready, I hope at least
Let's
you
find
know
that
what we're doing
executive
here.
terminal. Sinclair said that's the only way we can override the facility's lockdown.
So I've already had one
Got it.
crash in here. So if it looks like this first little bit, I remember where everything is, well, that's because I literally just did it and had a crash on me. I'm still wondering
Cleaning robot take the day off or something?
what that automatic 44 receiver is for. Between episodes, I went to Diamond City and bought a whole bunch of various different guns just to see if any of them matched, and could not find something that did. What I did do, though, if you recall, I've been struggling a bit keeping the automatic on target. I've been kind of all over the map with it, so I went and put a better, well, a heavier stock on it. We'll have to see whether or not that pays off. I didn't go with a muzzle brake because the muzzle brake lowers the range. So it weighs a little bit less than a better stock, but you know, the last thing I want to do is lower the range.
Take him down!
Oh, I saw
Find
you.
him! Find him! Now he's just starting to have fun.
I still hear more.
If you want to root through this mess, go right ahead.
Mutant Slayer. So while there's a whole bunch of stuff that would be nice to get done at some point in the VATS area here, I have not been appreciating solar powered. Generally speaking, when you're outside, it's not too hard to get things sorted anyway. So for the next few levels, and levels are going quick, so this won't take too long. I'd like to throw in Ghoulish to take care of healing when I'm inside. So I am going to go ahead and start doing that. I'm probably going to take the one that gives you more HP and then lets you heal as well. Just because managing healing items is, well, I think we're past that necessity. As for the VAT stuff, we're doing pretty well in VATs. Certainly I will go through
No way to hack this.
just about all the technical document.
Check the terminal on the desk over there. Sinclair's passcode better work, or we're screwed.
Ah, thanks, MacCready.
They make vacuum cleaners for a reason, you know. Thank God that worked. Let's find our way down to the sublevel. That's where MedTech should be storing the cure.
Okay. Getting the moving bars, and come on, you. And again, having done this a moment ago, this is right about where the game crashed. So beyond this point, I'm not. Well, I played this mission before, many, ages ago. But these maps are convoluted enough. I can't remember every nook and cranny of them. That sounded like a turret. Do you have anything good? No. Oh, well, pocket watch is always isn't terrible. So, in the last
What the
episode, I
heck
took
happened in
the
here?
first rank
Place is
of
trash.
ninja, thinking that ninja treated unarmed the same way it treats melee. This is not the case. Um, that being said, it's not like unarmed does nothing. Unarmed still gets the same improvement that ranged weapons get,
That's how we do
so it
things
wasn't a
around here.
waste.
They make vacuum cleaners for a reason, you know.
But it's not quite as specialized for my build
Feeling eyes on my
as
back.
it would be for a melee build. Not unhappy with taking it though. 3.8 is not a bad multiplier for a sneak attack. It's just not as good as it could be.
Great, now I'm imagining things.
No, you can literally see it through the. I wonder, can I do my trick? Nope. Pity there wasn't just one computer to open up all these cells.
That's what I call a confirmed kill.
So it's a little disconcerting to see ghouls in those cells. So someone. Well, I guess the question is, did someone lock an actual ghoul in there? I suppose they would have
Ugh,
had to
smells
been
horrible. I think
ferals.
we're the
If they
first ones down
locked
here
just
in a long
a
time.
human
The sooner we find that cure, the sooner
in
we
there,
get the heck out of here.
you know, an unmutated person, they would have never turned into a
Have fun with
ghoul
this
unless
junk.
they got
I
radiated
have no
before
idea
being
what
put in
any of
there.
it does.
That I can't really imagine a circumstance where that would be the case.
I don't know what a letdown.
Not even from like a weird,
What the hell is
evil
wrong with these doctors?
testing standpoint.
Why can't they just switch off the morality?
Oh, well, MacCready's suggesting that there was something crazy or immoral going on around here. To be honest, if I was reading all the
What's the point of
all the
picking up that
terminals
junk?
around here, I probably would have an idea of what's going on. That would have been the easy way. Let's try to guess what's going on by just looking at the odd thing around us and then making assumptions based on that. You know, that's the modern way of getting your opinion on a subject, right? Don't do any actual research,
Done
just
now, I guess.
assume the worst and roll with it. What is this? Biometric scanner? Okay, well. Yeah, apparently if you kick those things, you can break your
Pretty
legs,
sure
so,
we're not alone.
you know what? You only live once.
Yeah.
So it damages you, eh?
Wasting my goddamn time.
So if kick was gonna work, I
Cleaning
imagine
robot take the day
it
off or
would have,
something?
with strength as high as mine. I don't know what. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, right?
You hear
Although
that?
it's quite likely that the exit is through one of those doors. Before I lose it, where are we? Instigating Institute pistol. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, it's not terrible, but you know, for an instigating, that's about the last thing you'd ever want to get instigating on. We'll pick it up.
Picked the wrong day to piss me off.
Didn't bother to check out the value, but I imagine being an Institute pistol with a legendary effect, it's probably pretty good. I'll have to deal with that disease momentarily, but I think we will be fine until we deal with. Okay, we're hidden. Is this the way out? I hope I don't get stuck by having gone down like that. Oh. And that's why we carry an automatic.
You made me poke through all this garbage. There has to be something worth a few caps in here.
So that way looks like the way forward. But you learn from video games, always do the up option first.
If you want to root through this mess, go right ahead.
Oh, novice. Novice locked safe.
Nice.
Another word for a novice locked safe would be a cupboard. One of those why would you bother sort of things, but okay. Well, it looks like it's just the lower of the two doors then. How are we doing for weight? Okay, still 40 pounds. And I think I'm carrying a mini nuke. I think one of those robots that I took out earlier had a mini nuke on it. So I do have stuff I can drop. Or better yet, place carefully on the ground. Come on, you. I saw a pack of cigarettes and a technical document, both of which I want. Oh, those are shooting ghouls. I bet you I could have turned these off on one of the terminals. I just skimmed through it too fast to notice. I do have a mod called bullet counted reloads installed, but I guess it just doesn't do the Far Harbor guns. Or maybe it's because this is a legendary, it didn't pick it up. What it's supposed to do is make it so that, you know, when you are only reloading one bullet in a gun that loads individually, it just loads one bullet.
Can't find him! Damn it! I got nothing over here! Can't take much more!
I'm pretty sure that every time MacCready's gone down,
Find anything useful
I
on
was the
him?
one that did it. So, sorry again there, buddy. But the only reason I carry stim packs these days. Okay, so it's going to be one of these items. Let's just do a bit of button mashing around here.
There we
Prevent.
go.
So much loot in this room.
Hey,
Well?
here you go,
We did it.
MacCready.
Holy crap, we actually did it! We just gave Duncan a fighting chance to live. I don't know how I'll ever be able to pay you back for this. I owe you big time.
Not sure either, given that I have no use for caps.
You still worried about balancing the books?
Always. I'm just used to people taking rather than giving. Maybe one day I'll realize that you're different. Anyway, the last step ahead of us is getting the cure to Daisy in Good Neighbor. With her caravan contacts, she's the only one I trust to get this to Duncan on time. This is the last favor I'm going to ask. I promise.
It's easy
Let's go.
enough. Oh. We always take bones.
There we go.
2% limb damage. I mean, I guess if it's permanent, we'll take it, but that's hardly exciting. With that done, might as well just head straight to Good Neighbor. Is whatever's going on there worth jumping in? Legendary Death Skull Rad Scorpion. to go? Oh, you just went down in one shot, did you? I was certainly expecting it to put up more of a fuss than that. I dropped the critical on it because in addition to the minor increase in damage, oh, another one of these. When you crit with the freezing rifle, it also freezes the enemy. But I guess that just wasn't necessary. Quick peek, I think I saw. What do we have in here? Nothing? Okay. Well, on to good neighbor.
Yeah. Nothing says welcome like the stench of urine-soaked garbage.
Ew. Okay, so I believe he said
I
we're
heard you walked
to
that
talk to
freedom
Daisy?
trail. What, you some kind of, what do they call it? History buff?
Hey, Daisy.
MacCready, I haven't seen you in a while. You haven't been avoiding me, have you?
No, how could I stay away from someone as cute as you, Daisy?
Well,
You're
that's
a
nice of him to
lousy
say.
liar, but I'll just play stupid and pretend I don't know that. So, what do you need?
I got it, Daisy. I found the cure to Duncan's disease.
Oh
Hopefully.
my god, that's wonderful news. How'd you do it? Last time you tried, the pharaohs almost chewed you to bits.
Oh, this
I
isn't the
didn't do
first
it
time you took
alone.
a crack at it.
My friend here got me through med
Fair
tech.
enough, I guess.
Now, all I need to do is to get the cure into Duncan's hands. Can you help me?
Of course, MacCready. You've saved my behind more than once. It's the least I can do.
It's sweet that
It's
they have
okay.
a,
You can trust me.
well, probably not a
I
romantic
swear I'll
thing,
get
but
the
a
cure to
thing
Duncan.
nonetheless. You know, I'm curious.
Circling back around, what did MacCready do to help you out?
Running a business in a town like Good Neighbor is a challenge. Let's just say I've had my share of unfriendly customers, and MacCready's been there to help me handle the situation.
If MacCready trusts you, then that's good enough for me.
I appreciate that. He's actually not so bad. Once you get to know him. I'll get the sample on the first caravan leaving the Commonwealth. The driver owes me a few favors, and he's reliable. It will arrive at your homestead in no time, MacCready.
Thanks. You're a doll.
Hey, do me a favor. Take care of MacCready for me. He's one of the good ones.
So, there's certainly enough time left in the day to pick up at least one, fairly substantial mission. I figure I will pick up the next mission in the Automaton series, so I guess that means I have to go grab Ada for the first time. So as close as we are to maxing out MacCready's affinity, it would be nice to just check off these, where are you? These Ada, seriously?
We heading out?
Ada,
Would you like me to go with you?
Yes, are you physically capable of that
time
at the
to
moment?
hit the road.
Understood. Please, lead on.
So yeah, we can pick up with MacCready's stuff tomorrow. I really have to redesign this. This is getting to be too much to get around my own obstacle maze down here. For now, though, we have to do this these missions with Ada anyway. This isn't the last mission for Automatron. The last mission for Automatron is a little bit brutal, and if we were off to do that, I'd definitely stop and take a nap. But I think I'll be fine. I should be fine. Well, if I'm not, then I'm doing that whole first half of the day again. I have lots of healing items, lots of psychojet, so we'll be okay. And what that does mean, though, according to my map marker, is that we're going to be heading through the east side of Boston again. And I really like the way that the east side of Boston is done in this game. It really feels like a war zone. Like you're actually traveling through a war zone. I think they were doing that intentionally. I think that was the plan. And it really goes to show what it seems like they were trying to do with Fallout, or maybe it wasn't intentional, but what they've managed to do is make it so that you're not really the main character. Speaking of Warzone, in these games, to varying degrees, ouch, the main character is more the map, and
Picking up something.
in Fallout 3 and in Fallout 3, there's so much going on that you really feel that you're definitely an interesting part of what's going on, but there'd be
That's the last of them.
plenty enough of an interesting story going on there, even if you didn't show up. Indeed, especially in the case of Fallout 3, the end all point of it is to try to talk while you're in the middle of a gunfight. Is to freezing lever action? Nah.
You be sure to let me know.
Is to clear out the water, but you're not even the one that invents the water purifier. You're just the one that goes and gets the thing, grabs like a couple spare parts, and sticks the thing in the machine. If anything, the main character in Fallout 3 is your father. Your story, it's a bit more action to it, so it doesn't run afoul of the whole, if there's a more interesting story, you should be telling that one thing. But at the end, the point is that even if you weren't there, plenty of interesting things were already happening, and you're just kind of part of it. Vegas, Vegas is kind of the same thing, Fallout New Vegas, in that that whole end would play out one way or another, whether or not you were part of it. You wind up becoming a player in the deal, but you weren't a necessary part of the plot. Again, you were more an interesting.
You're going to regret this.
Seeing Ada just floating around like that, I am so pleased with what I did with Ada. You're an active actor in a drama that was happening with or without you, and I really like. That's probably the best part about these games, and Skyrim as well. If you ever play Skyrim without fast travel, there's so much going on at all times that you feel like you're in a world that only marginally cares that you're there, closer to the end. If you haven't played Skyrim without fast travel, you really gotta try it. It changes the entire dynamic of the game, especially if you put in no ambient lighting. Gutsy's potentially problematic, but no, I think we're just walking right past him. So much happens in Skyrim without. I was playing it with what's it called? There's a True Weathers mod for that where you have to manage your body temperature and everything in the cold. And I wound up fighting a dragon in a blizzard, so I was freezing to death at all times, and I had to manage that. And it was the middle of the night because I just hadn't managed my time well, and it was just pitch black, except when the dragon breathed fire, um, and it was just incredibly cinematic and very, very difficult. I did wind up beating it, but it it's definitely a different way of playing, well, all of these games. And I can go on and on about how much I prefer to play it that way. You guys know that because, well, here we are, right? Speaking of which, here we are, right? Let's head on in. It has been a while since I've done this, so this actually looks.
Judging from all this dust, we could be the first to visit this place in quite a while.
This looks unfamiliar.
That's it.
Okay, well, let's open the safe. Oh, missiles. So it looks like I'm going to be doing some inventory management as we go through here. No need to pick up everything. Okay, this... For a second there, I thought it was starting to look familiar, but... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely starting to recognize this. And
Over here.
suddenly, I think I was mistaken. I don't think this is the second to last mission for Automaton. I think this is the last mission for Automaton, which means I really should have taken a nap before heading out here. This is a really cute throwback to Fallout 3, where the Mechanist had like 30 doors.
Incoming robot detected. You're going to get sick. Opening security doors.
So certainly, if I see a bed, I'm definitely gonna avail myself of that. No fusion cores. Whoa! Oh wow! Huh. Okay, so I can't believe I lived through that. Um. Whoa. Okay, so that arcs around corners. No harm in blowing a little time reloading while we heal up. Man, those did tons of damage. Glad I was holding on to these.
Let's take them out.
What do you see? Oh jeez.
Critical failure in security systems. Security offline.
Now, I almost hit a psychojet there, and that gives me a good idea. Let's use a psychojet. Some components? Okay.
Hey,
How may I be of service? These are for you.
What? Why are you giving me this junk?
So, the scourge of the comet?
Nope, nope. That's not what I meant to do.
We've got company.
Yeah, go get him, Hada. Draw him out for me. I did not expect Ada to be that effective. Of course, I say that. Who knows how the rest of it's gonna play out. Wow, I've gone through 300 rounds already. I topped up my my ammunition to 800.
use this.
Oh, no, I'm mistaken. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'd switched over to my Guardian. which I really should be leaning on. It hits me, I was at my base and I forgot to drop off my junk. That's not the end of the world, but it does mean I'm not going to be able to carry back anywhere near as much stuff, which is unfortunate. But again, not the end of the world. Oh. Alright, that's an Assaultron head, so don't shoot at the Assaultron head.
Hopefully, that's the last of them. Find anything useful?
Not particularly. You never know when you're going to find something like really, really good here, though. So definitely want to poke around the corners. Stick our hands into a flaming wreck.
There we go.
So normally I wouldn't care so much about shutting down the turrets, but they've proven to be difficult. So let's go ahead and do that. Always take free XP though. Watching all this, there'll have been a bed like right in front of me, and I've totally spaced on it. Okay, so there's definitely something close. Okay, so I'm hungry right now. Am I in a position to take a snack? Let's risk it. I don't think I've cared or paid this much attention to my the stealthiness of my approach in quite some time. Perhaps I should have put suppressor on at least one of my firearms, but well, at the end of the day, I still do have the punchy punchy. Okay, let's raid this and then see if we can get a good view of what's going on in here.
Let's get this.
That's gonna explode. Okay, well, I'll admit I was kind of hoping that would kill it. I do want to figure out what that legendary was. Okay, that's spectacular. not much time to stop and think on that, but here's hoping I live through that because a plasma-infused shotgun could be, huh. I mean, it's excellent. There's no two ways about it. A plasma-infused shotgun, that's a lot of extra damage because the plasma-infused will be added to every single pellet, and it's 13 pellets per shot. I think that would be an extra... Well, now I'm curious. Let's sneak up to hidden. Get out of hidden. Okay, so we won't actually take a look at the middle here. We are absolutely going to get killed doing that. Well, might as well continue on with Ghoulish.
Switching to search mode.
Okay, so there's one over in this direction.
Nice try.
Ah, I see.
Resistance is futile.
Do you? Yeah, you do. I'm not going to comment on where it looks like I stuck that repair kit. Okay, so the plasma-infused combat 41. No, okay, so it adds 10 points of energy damage per shot, so it's an extra 130 damage per shot. It provided they all land. Should I be using that? How many rounds did it come with? 5. Okay, so no. As well, the amount of carry space I have is spectacular now. Carrying one extra gun is a maybe. Not a strong maybe, but it's not a no.
Take them down.
Well, at least this at least this Mechanist enjoys their hobby. Oh, okay. I think I see where I'm supposed to go. Ada, you're needed again.
Over here.
See how they've designed these rooms in a way that wherever your companion is, they can spawn just out of sight.
Use this. Open this.
They are they're really getting their money's worth on this joke. I say that they're going a bit overboard, but
The Commonwealth is right to fear.
I saw that. Oh, darn.
That takes care of that.
Is that thing gonna explode? I'm still in danger. Let's poke through, see if there's anything that's gonna catch us off guard on the other side there. There almost certainly will be, even though I looked. Why would we need a robot workbench here? Oh, because it's giving us all sorts of robot parts, and it's thinking... Glad I saw that ahead of time. I guess the idea is with all the robot parts you're picking up, if you wanted to soup up your robot, it's giving you the opportunity to do so, which is kind of nice. That's some good forward thinking on the mission designers. I like that, even though I'm not using it at all. You know, if you were really getting into this, which, as you guys can tell, I don't really I don't really feel this DLC, but that doesn't mean that someone else might. Whoa. That doesn't mean there might not be people out there who absolutely love this stuff, and being able to play Lego with all these parts in the middle of the mission, especially on the other difficulty levels where it pauses the game. I think it pauses the game on the lower, not so much lower difficulty levels, but the difficulty levels that aren't survival. There are aspects of, say, very hard mode, which are actually on paper more difficult than Survivor, but the whole Survivor elements of Survivor make it arguably more difficult and substantially faster paced. So you recall, Survival makes it so that everything does substantially more damage, including you, so everything happens a lot faster. Takes any sort of bullet sponginess away from the game. Well, not completely away. There are some enemies that take a lot of beating, but the last thing I would ever describe Fallout 4 Survival as is bullet spongy.
Careful, ma'am. I don't think we're alone.
Okay, I do not want to use the the fists on those things. I wouldn't be surprised if those ones with the Assaultron blades as weapons could actually kill me in one hit. The way those things are coming out of the woodwork like that almost gave me a Mass Effect vibe. Don't remember, or I can't think of the map specifically that it's making me think of. But it really had that sort of feel to it. Alright, what do we have upstairs? We have radiation upstairs. That's always a good sign.
Tony Delano facilities. Air filtration's on the fritz again. It's like a constant
Yes.
haze. Anyway, I got McDaniel up there taking a look. But if that fan needs replacing again, I'm having Fadley fired.
You may be getting closer.
Okay, so he said something about a broken fan. I don't know if that means that that's going to be something to do with the plot, or if that was just sort of for flavor. Okay, I pressed a button. Is something going to happen now? Oh, the elevator thing is already here, apparently. Does this mean we're going to have a rolling shooting gallery here? This definitely has a things are about to pop out and shoot at me while I'm on a lift vibe. I wonder if Ada's injured. She seems to be traveling incredibly slowly. As you'll see, I'll press this,
Use this.
and then there she is. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with her. I think she's damaged or something. I need to be ready to run the hell out of the way. Okay.
Yes, ma'am?
Ada,
Yes? How can I assist?
are you able to self-destruct?
No, I can't. I'm fairly certain that my original creator had grander plans for me other than becoming a pile of debris.
I didn't realize that was an option there, but you knew I had to ask it. You know, I am curious since I brought it up before.
Hey,
Yes.
No, I want to talk to her.
heads up.
What can I do for you?
Hey, Ada.
How can I help?
I think it's time to disable your personality subroutine.
Sorry, no can do. That switch was disabled when I was built. I'm afraid you're stuck with me this way.
Again, had to ask.
Here.
You know, realistically, if we were able to get through the first couple of doors, I think it would be safe to assume that we've cracked whatever your security is, as opposed to your physical barriers. You're going a little bit overboard at this point. Okay, so we're gonna encounter anything this way? Is this the direction we're going? This looks like. Okay, so we're not going that way. Gotta admit, I'm a little curious what's in there. It's tempting to just hack it anyway to just see what's in there and not take it. See what I missed out on, but okay, there are gonna be turrets in here. Any long hallway like this is gonna have turrets. Or not.
I suggest
Oh.
we take as much as we can carry.
So I'm not sure what keeps moving my hidden bars, but we're going to find out, presumably when I hit this button here. No, Ada, you get to stand in front of me. I probably shouldn't have left without Ada. So this has taken a bit of a twist. This seems more like a medical facility than a robot facility. Oh, I bet it's Robo Brains. Um, wow. The implications of that are, yeah, they're not particularly pleasant. About the only thing I could think of where we're mixing biology with robots in the Fallout world is Yeah, and here they are. Here are the brains. Do any of those stretchers count as beds? No, no such luck. That guy's gonna one-shot Ada. That's a mean enemy to be hiding around a corner like that. Definitely feels like we're closing up on the end of this. Looks like that robo-brain didn't have a brain put in it yet. Ada, you're up.
Open this.
Why is she so slow? I don't think there's a command to manually give her one of those robot repair packs. Well, here we are. This is the boss chamber, and there were no beds. Alright, guess we're doing this.
Miscreant! You may have infiltrated my sanctum and destroyed my robots, but your reign of terror ends here!
Wait. My reign of terror?
The Commonwealth has suffered more than its fair share of injustices because of you. Now you'll face the full might of the Mechanist. My righteous robots will end your tyranny once and for all.
Did you hear that?
Bring in the turret.
I'm not sure why I'm shooting spotlights, but I'll do it.
Did you hear that? My enemy's over here. But not forgotten.
Of course, I don't mean you.
Never fear, ma'am. We'll emerge victorious.
Impressive. But I think you failed to grasp the full reality of your situation.
Oh dear.
This entire money is at and more will come. Struggle all you want. There is nothing you can do to stop me. Nothing.
Generation capacity. Drawing reserve power.
Myself. Come, my robots. Destroy her.
Okay, stim pack. Quantum. Let's... I'm just hitting every single button I've got. So, stim packs, the heal rate of stim packs, well, all the healing items, they stack,
And Sparks, bring them in!
which is why I loaded up with... Uh-oh.
82%.
Sparks, bring her.
We may have found you.
Reserve power at 34%.
Careful, ma'am. I don't think we're alone.
That was the wrong one, but,
It's imminent.
Damn it, Sparks! Throw everything at her! Everything!
I don't think I'll be able to hit the body from here, so let's take the headshots.
Hey!
I am out of Psychojet.
Watch your step!
Warning. In 10, 9, 8,
It's nice to see we're down to trash bots at this point. Let's,
4, 3, 2,
so, now I'm looking for, legendaries. Before they go and, despawn on me.
Sparks, get the power back on.
I think I may have missed out on a couple legendaries up here, but,
Emergency power
living was more important.
This isn't over, Scourge. I will not rest until I see the Commonwealth free of you.
I'm not a villain. I just want you to hear me out, face to face.
Very well. I will hear you out. But only for the sake of the Commonwealth. Sparks, with me.
But first, I will have a peek around, see if, any of these other legendaries, survived. Oh! Medium combat armor, right. Something. Well, we're taking it. Oh, I had a second to actually see what it was there, but we'll see, Oh, you know what? Well, she's slowly sauntering over. What did we get? Medium right arm. What do we have on our right arm right now? That might replace it. Let's go ahead and top up on food and water, which we've gone through an awful lot of. Okay, one last check over the robots
If you find any spare parts, you be sure and let me know.
before we go chatting. Oh, sorry, Ada.
Let us discuss this amicably. Halt! Only the guilty would turn their back to reason.
Oh wow, was not expecting that. Well, I did not know that was a thing that could happen. Charisma and intelligence. Okay, well, it doesn't weigh anything. Well, that's pretty uninteresting. Well, I tried to, do the reasoning thing, but I suppose the problem is dealt with. Is Ada just like flat out dead? Or is that not Ada? Okay, well, up we go, I guess. And what do we have here? Let's go ahead and have a chat with this thoroughly
You've done
wrecked
it.
robot here.
You stopped the Mechanist.
Yeah, we did.
The Mechanist is dead. Think that's too harsh a punishment?
It was the right course of action. Given the opportunity, who's to say the past wouldn't repeat itself? It does not bring back my friends. But if not for their deaths, the Mechanist may still be alive, posing a threat to the Commonwealth. Had those robots remained unchecked, I'm certain the damage would have been extensive, halting, if not reversing, any progress that has been made here. With this knowledge, I am finally registering feelings of satisfaction and accomplishment. And I have you to thank for it. As a result, I have decided to stay here, There is one remaining matter to consider. The Mechanist is defeated, but my radar beacon is still picking up several signals. I fear
Yeah,
the
we won't be
Commonwealth is
doing
still
that.
littered with those rogue robots. Eliminating them would be tying up loose ends, to use a common phrase.
No way.
Should you change your mind, let me know.
Yeah, I don't think I will. Happy to have this done and move on, much like Nuka World. It wasn't my intention for it to end this way. I would have much preferred talking her down. Indeed, I've got charisma through the roof, so I probably could have. But that's not how it played out. She thought I was walking away from justice or something. And so that's how it went down. But with that mess of a fight over, it's time to call it a night. And I will see you all tomorrow.